you know what has officially frozen over? I've got socks. Holy cow, you guys. So, welcome. This is the We Be Knitting podcast, and I'm proud to say I actually have a lot of knitting to show you guys for the first time in 13 episodes. This is lucky number 13, so I'm pretty excited. My name is Kathy, and I'm the host of this little podcast from my home in Forest Grove, Oregon, which is just west of Portland. It is a really cloudy, today is Thursday, October 20th, and it was a little rainy, sunny, and then the clouds came in, so the lighting isn't that great, but anyway, I am so excited, you guys. I can't even tell you. When I started doing this podcast back in, I can't even remember when I did it. Well, it was February. When I started it, I was, earthquake. I was all about, I was watching all these knitting podcasts, and I was so excited because I was going to start knitting more, and I tried, and I failed, and I had a breakthrough, so I'm going to talk to you about that breakthrough in a bit. So anyway, I just want to welcome you guys, episode 13. This is the one, it's all about the socks, so lucky number 13. My name's Kathy, I already mentioned that, and this is a podcast normally more about crocheting. This time it's going to be a lot more about knitting. Knitting, cross stitch, crafting, painting. Oh, which I just remembered I've got a painting I get to show you guys that I did last night too, which is more stuff. Anyway, welcome. For those of you who have stuck with me or have watched a couple episodes and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. For those of you that are watching for the first time, welcome. Hopefully this time I've got really cool stuff and you'll stick around. So if you're obviously watching this on YouTube, if you can and you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can go above 110 or whatever it's been at. So please hit the subscribe so you'll get notified for new podcasts. And then give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment about what you liked. I know people view it. I don't know. They're not all me viewing it or my husband. So I know there's more people out there. So there's been a few of you, and I appreciate you who have left comments. So if you're a first time viewer or if you've seen it before, just leave a comment saying, hey, awesome job on the socks, or hey, I'd like to see more of this or that. So anyway, so welcome. We have a Ravelry group, We Be Knitting. I'm going to rename it to We Be Stitching, I've decided. We Be Knitting podcast on Ravelry. We only have 9 or 10 members. I'll be honest, I have a Ravelry account I've had since 2000, I think, 9. I've got a library. I'm not very good at posting any of my finished items. I need to get better at that. I am very, very active on Instagram. I am KMCINA. It's my name, KMCINA, Kathy on Instagram. I'm probably going to rename that to my friend Carrie, who is now, her podcast name has changed to The Creative Obsessive. She was able to update stuff, so I'm thinking about doing that. We're not really sure. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys today. I've got some really cool acquisitions, but I really want to get into the socks. So I've been a crocheter since I was about 6. My dad's mom, my grandma Green, taught me how to crochet, and I crocheted here and there granny squares. Back in the 70s when I had long ponytails, I learned how to make those little curly Q things that you put in your pigtails, granny square afghans, that kind of stuff. And then I didn't do anything for a long time. My mom actually taught me how to knit, and it was leg warmers in the 80s. I never did complete a sweater. Lots of scarves, lots of hats. Well, I got the knitting bug a while back, and I was just making pot holders, attempting to do other stuff, failing miserably. So what happened is I finally gave myself the gift of taking a knitting 2 at a time sock 2 at a time toe up class from our new local yarn shop in Forest Grove. It's called the Naughty Lamb, and I signed up, and the very first class was October 2nd. And I was fortunate that it was just myself and one other knitter who's a newbie, which I actually would consider myself a newbie, even though I've been knitting for a long time, just not prolific at it by any means. And the instructor, Lynn, she's been knitting for a long time. And she was smart in the fact that she had us start and doing the 2 at a time on worsted weight wool or yarn instead of fingering or sock weight. And I think that's where I've gotten hung up in the past is I've made like really misshaped cuff down, didn't measure it right, didn't do anything right. And she had us do magic loop 2 at a time worsted weight on size 4 needles. So what I loved about what I liked about the way she did it is we did have homework. So all we got done the first week was we learned how to do I'm looking at it's her pattern. It's not a published pattern. It's one that she's kind of developed on her own. She doesn't sell it, but it's worked for me, and I had a breakthrough, and that's all that matters. So she actually had us do the 2 needle cast on. So I learned how to do that instead of the long tail. I know how to do long tail, so we did that, and then we did the where you pick up stitches. So we started the 2 at a time, and then just did the increase. So we did the toe. We learned how to make sure the toe fit, and then our homework for the first week was to knit all the way up to where we began the gusset, and so I went great guns. Not only did I go great guns, I actually started a second one, bought a second set of size for 40 centimeter, 40 centimeter. Oh goodness, I don't remember what they are, but they're not Knit Picks, Knitter's Pride, I think. Really nice. These are kind of pretty. These are green. The color doesn't matter. But what I liked is I didn't have any catching here at all, and I know I had tried knitting on double pointed carbon. I think it was carbons. Anyway, everybody has their preference. I was having a problem before with it catching, and these I didn't have a problem with at all. Anyway, so did that the first week, came to class ready to go, and then from there, after the foot in the class, we actually did the gusset, and I learned quite a bit trial and error in class on the gusset, and then we did the turning of the heel, which was way easier. The way she did it was way easier than when I've tried to read instructions or watched online. I got really confused, and wrapping the stitches, I think I psyched myself out previously, and with Lynn's help, I was able to get over that hump. Not only did I get over the hump, but I actually managed to finish my first pair of socks. So the first pair I'm going to show you were the first pair I completed, and they're all 3 of my pairs that I made are on Malabrigo worsted weight that I bought at the Naughty Lamb, and these are guys. I'm so proud of myself, and they turned out really good. There's there's a few little things that I'm learning as I go. Also doesn't help that I have a size 10 foot, so you're talking it takes a lot of yarn, but I think I did pretty good. I had some nothing major. The laddering I'm working on. You can kind of tell the increases. I learned a lot, and then something else I'd never tried before that was really cool on the ribbing, and I ended up stopping this kind of short because I was worried I was going to run out of yarn, and then I ended up having leftover. But on the ribbing, which was super easy, it was just knit 2, purl 2 in the round. She had us do the stretchy bind off, which I hadn't done before, and I didn't actually do it in class. Ended up watching I can't remember her name, Stacy I'm forgetting her. She's got an awesome online tutorials. She's just amazing, and she did a stretchy bind off. I watched it once, boom, had it. So this is my first pair, which I'm just so stinking proud of. I also was so proud of myself that originally I only had one sock blocker, and I haven't actually blocked these. I just wanted a pair of sock blockers to show, so you could take pictures. Well, then I bought a pair online, and then I bought a pair at the yarn shop, and then I bought another pair that I forgot I bought online. So now I have 3 pairs of sock blockers, so I can show you all 3 without having to switch them out, which is kind of cool. So that was my first pair. The second pair, interesting fact about the second pair, also Malabrigo, and I wasn't really paying attention. All the same, so you take the 100 grams after you've caked it up, then you divide it. So we have a scale here at home that my husband uses for food, but I used it for my yarn. And I wound up I finally bought a Swift so I can cake up my yarn. And you take the 100-ounce cake, and then I just waited on this, or wound, and waited till I got to 50. It was actually 103 grams, so I ended up doing 51 or 52 grams per ball. So you have the 2 separate balls. Those of you that have done 2 at a time, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have it should seriously do it, because it'll totally prevent the whole second sock, make a sock, and then you don't want to even ever look at the yarn again. Anyway, as I was knitting along, I wasn't paying attention because I was doing it at the house at night. The lights are on, but it's dark. It's October in Oregon. It's raining, and now the sun's coming out, which is kind of ironic. But I don't know if you can tell. Same yarn. Do these look like the same colors? This one's kind of muddled, and this one is really vibrant. So obviously, I still love them. Don't get me wrong. But completely 2 different, the same saturation did not occur, which is kind of interesting. So I was talking to one of the gals at the yarn shop, and she said, you should email and let Malabrigo know. I don't need more yarn, but to let them know. I haven't heard back from him yet. I did email them with when I bought it, what it was, the dialot or the color name and all that. So we'll see what happens. Something else interesting that happened on the second pair of socks. I was like, oh yeah, I've got this stretchy bind off. I can do it, no problem. And I'm do. I got all the way done, and then I went, oh snap. I wasn't doing a stretchy bind off. I was doing a regular bind off. So this pair has, oops, I didn't wave that end in. Little to no give, this pair, that sock. The other sock, when I realized what I'd done, has plenty of give. So it's okay. It's still, boy, I didn't weave either end in. It'll still fit. It's just very snug. So I highly recommend doing a stretchy bind off when you're, especially on socks. So then I had a 3rd skein of Malabrigo worsted weight. Went back to the 3rd sock class because I'd already got it done. Showed up for class. I had 2 pairs done, and I wanted to do something else. I was going to try another pattern that wasn't socks. Got kind of frustrated, so I ended up not doing it. But I had already cast on, which is actually a work in progress. I had cast on my first 2 at a time toe up fingering weight. So my friend Carrie, who is the brains and the brawn and the creative genius behind the Creative Obsessive, which there's her, well, there's her that, and then here's her business card. She's got an awesome, super awesome podcast that you guys should watch if you're not already. And she sews and she's dyeing and her own yarn. It's amazing. I'd ordered some yarn from her, and this one is called Hidden Beauty. Hidden Beauty is actually, she got the inspiration from a photo that David did on his, he actually posted it on Dog Dare, his Instagram, and she made this beautiful color, and I love it. So I wound them up and I did them, well, they're like completely, they don't look like this normally. I'm knitting, and I'll show you why. So I'm working on Carrie's beautiful, they're just gorgeous greens, and unfortunately this isn't doing it justice because it's way more vibrant, so sorry about the color, it's not true. But I cast on, and I haven't even posted this on Instagram yet, my first pair of little guys. So these are on, I ended up doing size 2 because I was getting frustrated with size 1. So I'm working on these, and I'm still, I think I'm almost, the toe I'm good to go. I think I'm started the foot. So I'm working on those. But anyway, I was doing those, and then I got home this last Saturday night, and went, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to start him. So I cast on with the other Malabrigo I bought, and I finished, it was earlier this week, I finished my 3rd pair. So I've got a 3rd pair, and I'll just be honest, the coloring is so bad with the lighting in here. This is actually just a gorgeous green color that I wish it looked better. I mean, they're beautiful, but it's actually a lot more vibrant. This looks muted, and it's not. So, and I did remember to do the stretchy the stretchy bind off, but look, got three pairs of socks. I'm just so incredibly proud of myself. I don't toot my horn very often. I'm just more I'm just really proud that I stuck to it. I didn't give up. I shouldn't have to take a class, but sometimes you just need a little extra hand holding, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So that's what I did. So if you are stuck and you either don't have a knitting group to go to or whatever, go check out your local yarn shop or go online to YouTube and just persevere, because if I can do it, you can do it. So that's my happy, awesome. I'm tickled pink. So other stuff that since last I podcasted, couple really cool things. So one thing, local Portland, Vancouver, Washington area, about a month ago on Early Morning News, I heard something about crocheting and a lady giving back to the community, and it was on our local ABC affiliate, KATU. There was a lady who had nominated her friend Kinsey for Everyday Hero. It's just, something good they're doing in the community. Anyway, I saw Kinsey's 3-minute video about what she's doing, and she had a personal reason for starting to crochet. Her grandson had actually said, "Hey, Grandma, can you make this?" So she crochets toys like I do. And she, instead of I crochet toys and I sell them and I donate the money to the American Cancer Society, Kinsey goes one step further. She crochets toys and she donates all the toys to the Vancouver, I think it's Providence Hospital. I think it's Providence. My bad. Hospital. And she donates all the knitted toys to kids in the cancer unit, which is, it's awesome. So I had emailed Kinsey's friend, and about 3 weeks ago, I can't remember when, it was a Sunday, I drove up to Jansen Beach, which is right before you get into Oregon. They right before you get into Washington. They drove over, just over the bridge from Vancouver, Washington. We met up in the parking lot, and I hugged them. I was so excited to meet both of them, because we've been emailing, texting, and I gave them I gave Kinsey 2 huge things of acrylic yarn that I'm no longer using. A few years ago, my friend Rosemary and I made a ton of pom-pom gloves. We made 10 pom-poms, put them on a pair of $1 gloves, and you had spirit fingers. Sold a bunch of those for the American Cancer Society, and I'm done making mass quantities of pom-poms. So anyway, Kinsey and I and her friend Michelle, I can't believe this. I met them. I talked to them. Anyway, we met up and gave her a whole bunch of stuff. It was really cool. And then she made me a cowl, which isn't around here. But then she gave me this cute little crocheted heart. And anyway, I just thought it was awesome. And then yesterday, she sent a certified, I don't know why she sent it certified, but I got a hat in the mail that she'd crocheted with a very nice thank you note. So I just wanted to tell you about Kinsey, and I'll put a picture of the 3 of us in probably at the end of the video. So I had to tell you about that. So you can do little things. It's a good thing. And then a couple of acquisitions I got. I'm in the Yarn Box Sock of the Month, and I got my latest one, which is Laddies and Llamas, and they're, what is this? Fingering weight and masquerade yarn. And I got this. It's really pretty, soft. I don't know. Make a pair of socks. Haven't done anything with that yet. So I was excited to get that from Yarn Box. And then I was really excited to get this. This is from Artistically Lily. And I love following her. She dyes amazing yarn. She's Illinois. Oh my gosh. Yes, Illinois. Anyway, I got this. I just had to have it. And I Can't Even is the name of the yarn. It is so bright and absolutely beautiful. And she put this adorable little sheep stitch marker, progress keeper on there for me. So that was fun. Snail mail. And then a couple more things I got. I jumped on the Legacy Fiber Arts bandwagon, and I got a couple from them. One of their Christmas ones, which I can't even remember the name of it right now, and I don't have the tag. And then, I'm so bad. And then this one is We'll Make Snow Angels. And then the last one, sorry about the crinkling from the yarn. I was surprised I got it because I popped on and they sold out really quick, and I got their yarn from Sue and Chelsea, which was very cool. And this one is Sweater Weather, which they made for the Rhinebeck Wool Festival, Wool and Sheep. And so I was excited to get that. So I got that. And then last thing I want to show you guys that I got from Speckled Whimsy. I'd wanted to get a bag from her. It's just beautiful. Freckled Whimsy. Why did I say Speckled Whimsy? Good grief. Freckled Whimsy. So anyway, only other things going on because I need to cut it short because my husband wants to make dinner. Carrie is still doing the Knotted Knickers Cal knit along, and I still need to make one. So check out her podcast and her on Ravelry. She's got a finished objects folder started, and I think that's it, guys. So just wanted to share a little sock love, and I think that's it. So have a great couple of weeks. Hopefully your weather's cooperating, or in our case not cooperating. Hopefully you're not, I don't know. Just stay safe, and I will see you guys hopefully before Thanksgiving. So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.